One of the new features to the ILC dashboard this year was the addition of online centers or digital centers that students can play with another student in front of one computer, or they can play themselves against the computer. So I'm going to show you how to assign those to students so that you can use those in your classrooms. You can start by kind of being on your main page, and some people, we like to just kind of like click on the units, but you also can use these drop downs down here. So I have K5, I'm going to click on first grade, pick a grade in the middle, and then you're going to need to pick which unit you're in. So again, you can click down here and select your units. I'm just going to pick unit 5 right in the middle. And then again, we can navigate up here. Some of us feel more comfortable navigating up here. Others want to kind of like scroll down. You have to be within a section to be able to get to those center materials. So make sure that you're then clicking within section. Once I'm within the section, I can scroll down to center summary. Again, I can use these drop downs down here as well and just go to center summary that way. Click on center summary, you'll see that the centers for that section of that unit are listed, and there is a computer icon next to all of the ones that have the digital components. Not all games have digital components, so keep that in mind, that when you come here you want to look and see if there's no computer icon, then it means there is no digital version of that center. So this is, has all the stages for you listed there as well. So I'm going to click on 5 in a row. And then when I get to this page, you're going to see all of the different stages. Remember that some games are introduced in grades like kindergarten and they play them all the way up through first grade. That's why when centers are listed within your sections and within your lessons, it'll say stage 1, stage 2, etc. So for this one, there are, 8 stages. We're just going to pick one right there in the middle. So I'm going to hit stage 3. You'll then see the game listed here. It has the printing of the center material. So this is another way to kind of get to those print materials if you want to, but we're really focusing on the digital version. So I'm going to click on this digital version right here. And then I can preview the game right here by playing it. I can also click preview here and preview the game. And then I want to assign these to my students so that they can play them. I click the assigned button. And this is going to pop up for you. It's going to look different because you have classes to assign to. I have no classes to assign them to, so I can't walk you through those steps on here, but it's pretty self-explanatory and easy. You decide if you want to assign this center to one student, or you can assign it to your entire class. You can pick which students you want to assign it to. That's going to help you differentiate, even just within a particular game, which stage it is that you want your student to be practicing on. Okay, there's another way to kind of navigate around and get to the centers, but it's a little bit more confusing and you won't know which ones have the digital version of them. I'm just going to show you. We have the centers navigation tool, which is like an Excel sheet, so you do have these other tabs down on the bottom for each individual grade level. But here's the overview of all of the centers, and you can see kind of which grade level that they're introduced in, and then what grade levels they continue to play that game in, which is really interesting and good to have in the back of our minds as well, to know that if we're skipping lots of games, that may kind of affect the grade levels to come as well. So on here, you can then choose the game right from this area, but you won't know if that's a game that has a digital version of it or not. So for instance, if I just pick Shake and Spill, because that's what my cursor ends up landing on, it's going to bring me to Shake and Spill. It has the computer icon right here up at the top, so I know that there are computer versions of that game. However, I may grab something else that doesn't have a digital version of it. Let's see if I can find one that doesn't have a digital version. So right here, what's behind my back, there's no computer icon. You'll see that here. And so even if I go into that, there's no computer version of that game. So that's the only thing. If you're using the centers navigation tool, it's not listed on here which centers have online components and which ones do not. You then can click onto each one of your individual grade levels. Here, you're going to be able to see that it does have those icons if it does have a center, a digital center. So again, you could use your individual grade level to find that as well. But lots of different ways to get to that same area. I hope that this is helpful for you. One way that you could be using it right now at this point in the year, and why we're kind of highlighting this again, is that you have students who've been reaching 100% in the ST math, and you want them to still kind of have some sort of digital experience going on while the rest of your students are still playing ST math. You could assign them the games in IM rather than continuing to assign them to the next grade level in ST math. This would be a better way to kind of get them more exposure and more practice within their grade level standards. If you have any questions or you'd like to walk through it individually, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.